How's it going, everybody? This Steve Ninja. I forgot my camera. Camera was on, but the didn't have it turned on. It was on the stage, so you think I'd be better at this by now, but it's still an adventure every time I do these. But um, so tonight I'm doing my digital code giveaway. One for the one. There's two movies here. One that's maybe not so great. These are like the older codes that I've had for a couple months now, and I decided to finally give these away. But one of them is Hannibal Rising. This is a steel book here. This is one I had on DVD. I had to get this one to check my audio. Yeah, so I had this on DVD, and it completed my Hannibal Lecter collection. So like I said, I'm not really the completist that I used to be, but this is one still. I thought this actor he's passed away now, but he I think he's part of he was kind of miscast in this movie, I think, and obviously having Thomas Harris do the screenplay for it was probably not a great idea, but still, it's I think it's still better than what the Rotten Tomatoes score says it is, but it's there are flaws to this movie, and you can see it as you watch it. But whoever wins this, it's definitely worth a watch for sure. And so the other movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. Obviously, this one's a classic. And how's it going, everybody? Yeah, I've got a bunch of people already coming through here. How's it going? Yeah, I've got you in the contest. Corey, I know you said you had Nightmare on Elm Street already, and probably didn't want the other ones, which is cool. Tonight I had 25 people sign up for Hannibal Rising, and I had 29 people sign up for a Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's a little bit lower than what I've had in recent giveaways. But I will say that I have two more giveaways, two more digital codes that will be coming near the end of this month. I'll do like a video, kind of showing showing what those two movies are. Those are both movies that were in the theater in 2024, and they're both on 4K. And I think people will like them. They're both part of a franchise. I'm just going to give some hints here, but you'll see. I'll make a video, like a haul video, like middle of the month, and then you'll see a video shortly after that where I'll be announcing the code giveaway. So I'll do two separate videos, and then because the code giveaway is where you message me and let me know you're interested in one or both the movies. Yeah, copy. Yeah, so that's cool. I do that all the time on Mike's Mega Mike's when he does live streams, and then people we're in the same stream, but people will message me, or I'll do it sometimes. I'll message them. They're already a part of the stream, but we'll message each other, letting people know that we're going to be on a live stream. How's it going, Steve? Yeah, Corey. Hey, Frank. How's it going, man? Yeah, that's why I like going on these a little bit earlier if I can. That way, I have a chance to actually talk to people. If I go too late, people aren't going to do it. So it's just an opportunity to give these codes away, and also to talk to my friends. It's yeah, yeah. Frank's got a great collection. His channel just blew up. It's like I just see personality, and then having lots of movies to show. I don't collect movies as much as other people, but here recently for Christmas, I've gotten a ton. That's why the next digital code giveaway are going to be two big movies. I don't want to just going to give some hints out, and I don't want to say exactly what they are, but I think everybody will want to sign up for those. They'll probably have at least 50 people sign up for each one. It'll be it'll be big, a big giveaway at the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. I think you'll all be interested in those two movies because they were both big time movies in 2024, hit movies, and these two movies are older movies. Obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street is still a classic, but both of these are much older, not 2024 releases. So it's understandable that not as many people. I'm sure a lot of people already have Nightmare on Elm Street. That's why they wouldn't want to sign up necessarily for this. And, everybody's saying hello. Always cool. Yeah, like I said, so I had 25 people sign up for Hannibal Rising. Most of the same people. there was like one or two people that's only signed up for that movie, and about everybody signed up for Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I said, 29 people signed up for that. So I'm going to go over to present, share screen, go to my wheel. I already have the names on the wheel. Okay, there I am. Let me pull this up a little bit more. So you see, A is Hannibal Rising. I've got Hannibal Rising and A, and Nightmare on Elm Street on B. So you see 25 people here signed up for Hannibal Rising. Pull it up here. Go back to me. All right, so like I said, I've got everybody on the wheel already. And the wheel, obviously, you'll see where you'll see the spin wherever that arrow at the top, wherever that lands on. That's going to be the winner. Hopefully, we have two new winners tonight. Hopefully, it's not the same winners for both movies, which has happened before. Dark Knight Jimmy did it one time. There were like 4 movies I gave out, and he won like the second and the third movie, which is like unbelievable. I think it's back then I didn't have as many people sign up, so you had a better chance to pick those movies up. But yeah, I'm gonna stay on and talk to everybody even after we give these codes away. But hopefully we like I said, we get 2 new winners tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Do Hannibal Rising right now. Let's see what happens on this. So hit the spin. Good luck to everybody that signed up for Hannibal Rising. Let's see what happens here. Okay, there we go. Oh, Tomas. I know Tomas has won before. It's been a while though. Congratulations, Tomas Anderson or Thomas Anderson. Mark you on my list here. Yeah, so it's been a while, and I know it's been a while since he's won. Like I said, only 25 people signed up for Hannibal Rising, so he had a pretty good chance. So obviously, like I say, I'll on YouTube, I will message you on YouTube and have you send me a message on Instagram, and then I'll get you the code tonight. You can enjoy this classic. So it's congratulations. Go back. Okay, there you go. Steve says congratulations. Yeah, it's always fun to win, especially to see your name on YouTube, see it pop up like that. It's always fun to see that. Okay, so go back up here. That was A for Hannibal Rising. Go to B for the big one, the classic B, Hannibal Rising. It's a Nightmare on Elm Street. Open. See 29 people there. Okay, let's see if we get somebody else for Nightmare on Elm Street. So I've got Tomas marked down for Hannibal Rising. Let's see if we can get somebody new. Hopefully, get somebody new for Nightmare on Elm Street to enjoy this classic. So let's see what happens here. Hit spin and let's see what happens here. Good luck to everybody that signed up for Nightmare on Elm Street, and let's see what happens. All right, let's come on, somebody new. Yeah, Vince. Okay, Vince is watching tonight, so Vince is here. Congratulations, you've won Nightmare on Elm Street. There we go. Congratulations. That's rare that somebody that watches the live stream actually wins the code, but like I said, only 29 people signed up for this one, so so congratulations to you. So like I said, I guess maybe I don't need to message you. If you send me a message on Instagram, I can get that code to you right away. Let's see, let me go ahead and get out of here. Go live just for myself. Yeah, so congratulations. There you go. Always fun to win, though. See your name on pop up in there. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me. Yeah, if you do it right now, I can take a picture of it and get to you right now. Nightmare on Elm Street. Do this live. Take this code. I got the code. Code's right here. I'm going to take a picture of it. Just right now. Taking a picture of it right now. Yeah, so it's accessory movie reviews on Instagram. There he is. He's already in here. Congratulations. Do it live. I got the code loaded up here. Let me get it for you. Pull it up. There it is. Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Got it now. I just sent it to you. So instant, yeah. Caveman, yeah. There you go. Pays to watch. Sometimes you can win prizes on this channel. So I don't do this all the time, but I am going to do. Like I said, I've got 2 more already received, and I want to give those to the give those other 2 codes near the end of the month. Like I said, I'm just kind of hinting at what they are, but they're big big titles. So I think everyone will want to sign up for that one. So it's for those 2 because they were big movies from 2024. Okay, I want to see if Tomas. I don't know if he's gonna. Let me just send him a message now. Yeah, I don't know if he's watching. I'm gonna take a picture of it right now. So do stuff live. The other one. It's good. Nightmare on Elm Street's already gone. Vince already got it. So Hannibal Rising. Take a picture of it right now. Try to get these out to the subscribers right away and get to enjoy it. So I saw a movie. It's called The Damned today. Yeah, it was an okay movie. It wasn't great though. It's something that I have AMC A list, so it doesn't really cost me anything to see movies, but except for monthly membership. There you go. Good. Yeah, enjoy it, Vince. Definitely enjoy it. Enjoy it tonight or whenever you want. It's ready for you. Yeah, A list is like makes so much sense if you go to the theater a lot. Because you can see 12 movies a month. So it pays if you see a lot of movies. If you're somebody who only sees like 2 or 3 movies a year, which I think a lot of people, if they had a membership, they would see movies more often because it's they're expensive to go to. It's expensive to go to the theater, but they have a good rewards program too. It's like after you get like 5,000 points, which doesn't take much to get that many points. You get like a $5 coupon. So I think their concessions are not real cheap compared to like I have a Regal membership also, and then the reason I got that is and actually in 2020 I signed up for Regal because I there's like more Regal theaters near me, but then obviously COVID happened and Regal just shut down. Obviously they both AMC and Regal shut down for a period of time, but then they both opened like August of 2020, and then Regal after a couple months, like in October of 2020, they just shut down for like 5 or 6 months altogether, and AMC was the only one that was still open. So I went and that's when I got the AMC membership at that point, and my Regal membership was like put on hold. They didn't charge me anything during that time, and they took a long time. Even after they reopened, they gave me several months grace period, at that point. Named, yeah. What's it called? Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's a The Damned. It's definitely not. It's sort of horror. It's got a lot of jump scares in it, and it's got a really eerie music to it. It's something I don't really want to watch again necessarily, but it's worth checking out. I think either in theater or streaming. It's only like 90 minutes long. It's just a strange kind of story. It looks really eerie. It wasn't as great as I was hoping it would be. I don't know exactly what I would rate it. I don't. The rating's probably not real high. Shut down here, yeah. Yeah, Cinemarks, we have like one Cinemark in Indianapolis, or it's like the south side of Indianapolis near like Greenwood, Indiana. It took over. It used to be like a Movies 8 or something like that. One of those like dollar theaters. They took over that theater, and it looks really nice. I think they're still open, but I think it's the only Cinemark location anywhere in Indianapolis. So I've been there once. Somebody for Christmas a few years ago. I got like in a white elephant giveaway at a Christmas party. I somebody I got a Cinemark like $20 gift card, and that's when I decided just to check it out. And I thought the theater was really nice. They have reclining seats, and I thought it was nice. But it's not, since I don't have a membership to Cinemark, I don't know if I'm going to go there again. But because if you spend money on Regal and AMC, you might as well go to those theaters. Yeah, we're expecting some snow to happen, and we had a lot of cold temperatures today. It's like 20 degrees earlier today. I always on Saturdays. I always do there's a track and field down the road from where I live, and I usually do like what they call 5 quick laps. I usually walk like 5 laps in like 20 minutes. And today I had like the winter gloves on, and had this lightweight jacket, and had a winter coat on, and with the two hoods on. So I was doing all right there. It didn't really feel all that cold. Actually, I was kind of sweating by the time it was over. So yeah, yeah, 19. It's like, yeah, uh, Vince. Where are you? What are you in the Midwest? You're like Ohio or Illinois or Michigan somewhere? Because it's like our weather's probably very similar. I don't know if check my message here and see if Tomas has sent me anything. I don't see anything yet. Yeah, so when Tomas last time he won, I don't know if I think he lives in the U.S. Last time he won a code, it was later on in the morning when you're in Connecticut. Yeah, it was like later on in the morning when Tomas messaged me. I always wait until the Instagram message comes before I send the code to somebody. Make sure they're ready for it, ready to pick it up, and redeem the code right away. So yeah, Connecticut. Like I know I have a friend that lives in New Jersey. He said he had some snow there, I think, but it's not nearly as bad as what it's supposed to be here. They're saying like possibly 7 inches of snow, possibly, which is like Indiana. Like we barely ever get any kind of snow. It's like and when it snows, it usually melts within 3 days. It doesn't last long, but so I remember when I first moved into my house in 2020, in the year 2004, we got snow a lot until like sometime around 2011, 2012. We stopped getting much snow. Like sometimes we get some snow for like a day, and you have to do some shoveling, but usually melts, like I said, within like 3 days. Yeah, it's like a Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin, Michigan, anywhere near Canada, you're going to get horrible weather. You're gonna get a lot more snow than we do, especially if you're in like the Dakotas or Minnesota. You're gonna get much worse weather than we get. Like Indiana is like we get like a mix of like all these different states and in Canada, all that stuff comes down to us, but somehow it's been pretty mild for the last several winters. The temperatures are cold, but we don't get a lot of snow. Yeah, in Kentucky, wow, in Kentucky you're gonna get snow. You don't get a lot there. I think in like southern Indiana, I think gets snow. don't know if you know movies with Ryan. He lives in Evansville, Indiana, so it's right at the Indiana Kentucky border. So I don't know exactly what kind of weather he gets, but it's not like Indianapolis, like because he's like two, three, 2, 3 hours south of us. So snow, yeah, yeah, like yeah. Indiana's always been like that. Like whenever we get snow, it doesn't take long for it to melt. But we used to just get a lot more snow. I just like I said when I moved here, I was every winter I was out there at least at least 5 or 6 times. I would be out there just shoveling snow. Usually, I've got the method where I can get like a metal shovel and I can just push it over to the other side of the driveway. And I also have like a cheap electric shovel. With it only like shoots the snow out in front. It doesn't shoot it to the sides or where you actually need it to like you're pushing the snow like back onto the unless you go from side to side you're pushing it like to the end of the driveway or you have to go you have to go side to side to push it over to the grass on both sides of the driveway. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, in my videos, if you notice how I do I've never no one's given me any input on my videos with that. I put in some little stuff I've learned in some editing stuff, but like I do like the closed screen, and no one's really commented on that. Yeah, for Silent Friday. Yeah, yeah. That's it. Like I said, we've had snow. Briefly, it was like pretty light. It wasn't like even enough snow to get a shovel out. Like you knew it was going to melt pretty quick, so there was no reason to really go out and shovel. It was like when I was working. I think I was working from home, and it was like it was gone before I really even had a chance to really shovel it. But we have had like one snow day so far, maybe in the last. I think it may have been around Thanksgiving or so, or maybe just before. It didn't last very long. Yeah, so so if you notice my videos, I have like the spinning wheel or where my image kind of spins. Like that's usually when because I've made a mistake. Like I've got the sinus infection, so a lot of times it causes me to stutter sometimes, and like sometimes I've gotten so I enjoy editing my videos so much. Like I can have like take one and take two, and then maybe like I like the beginning of take one, but I screwed up and stopped, and I like the ending to take two. So I'll take the two takes and edit them together. So, so that's, like I have so much fun just editing just little stuff like that, and sometimes my sinuses cause me to like I said to stutter a little bit. So and sometimes some of those videos like I'm filming and I'll film like I think I had one where it was like maybe like 50 minutes of footage, and I had to basically edit that video down to like 10 minutes. Just edit so much stuff out, just where I screwed up and had to start over. So really, I really do that, and then to just do a live recording. Just where so it's me definitely covering up my screw ups or the sinus issues that I have that caused that to happen. But I like I said, I enjoy editing so much. Like it's taking like stuff that's just a raw footage like that and just editing it down to something that's watchable. It just I enjoy that so much. Like so I never try to give up too much on a take, but I just sometimes I just screw up and I just kind of stop and sometimes I know I can just cut some of that footage out and piece it together. But a lot of times I watch the footage and I think I'd rather have a shorter video where because I know that people, well, at least with my voice, I think no one's going to want to watch a video that's like 10, 15 minutes long. So I'd like to edit it down a little bit more. Like sometimes I'll talk too much about a movie and I just like to edit that part of it out and keep the pace going, just to put all the important stuff in there and the stuff where I just kind of rambled on and just repeated myself. I'd take that out. Yeah, closing. Yeah, It's right. Right. Yeah, it's a. I like that. Sometimes I've had some videos where I've like had like a seamless cut before. That's something I was really proud of one time in my car. It was like a one of my Criterion hauls when I was out in like the parking lot of the Criterion in front of like Barnes and Noble, and I had like a there's a section where I cut out like 10 seconds out of it there, and it was like a seamless cut where like I told my one of my friends here that I said like I bet you can't tell where that cut was, where the where I cut that out. It was like it was so perfect. It was I guess I had to like stop talking for a second, and it had enough time where I can cut out like 10 seconds and then resume the video, and nobody knew, which is great. Like if it's that seamless, it doesn't look like a jump cut or whatever. I love that. But when I discovered how to do the thing where it's you're seeing like the screen, reduce. I like doing that with my ranking videos because that way, you just kind of know I keep the pace going. I like to show the movie posters in the on the video just so if somebody just wanted to fast forward real quick and just see my picks, and then maybe if they want to go back and rewatch, hopefully people will watch it too because obviously spend a lot of time trying to get that going. NPR voice, yeah, yeah, right. I don't know. I got this voice like it's a yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of it's because I kind of ramble a lot, and then like the stuttering happens if I yeah I have to do like a lot of Vicks Vapor Rub, and I'd use like the Navage. I discovered that my mom got me that a couple years ago for Christmas, and it's a thing that's got these salt tablets, and you stick these things up your nostrils, and it basically cycles out the stuff that causes me to stutter. It causes me to do that. So it's yeah, it's like it helps, but it doesn't completely do it. Sometimes I do use some cough medicine or some some cold medicine, and I do a lot of Halls. Halls is definitely they're not our sponsor of my channel, but Halls is something I use a lot to kind of keep my the throat clear, and I drink a lot of water. So, a lot of screw ups that I like to edit that out of my video, look a little bit more professional. But when I go live, you're getting the true Steve Ninja, treatment here, where I can just screw up and give my codes away during the video. And like I said, it's fun to get out here. It was 9:30 to get on here and say hello to everybody and just kind of talk. Um, do a live stream. I'm still using. I don't know, Corey. I don't know if you're still using the. If you I think you switch back to Streamyard. I know a lot of people were upset about it went up to like $40, something like that. I still use the free one. Obviously, it's not doesn't look as good as it's a 780p instead of 1080p or 720p instead of 1080p. But it's just like I don't go live enough to justify spending a lot of money for that. I know Mega Mike uses the 1080p option, and his live streams look pretty good. Okay, so okay, you've been using that. Did you? So did you pay a little extra to get rid of the watermark at the top? Is that what you did? Because no, I don't mind the StreamYard the duck. Kind of like the duck in some ways, but but I would like to see the video quality to be a little bit better. That's what on my videos. Like I've been using a 4K camera, but I have this editing software where I didn't realize that you can go in. I went to like the settings and found some of the tricks you can do on it, and there's like a sharpness option on it that I didn't even know was even there. The sharpness option where you can make your image look much better. Like I was in 4K, but it didn't look like 4K, and now it looks a little bit better using that option. The pace. How much is the lowest one? Then Corey, how much is it? Uh, yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how it's how much is it. I noticed a lot of people when Streamyard said they were going to raise the rates on people. A lot of people were upset, but and some people said they were going to change to a different company. But I just haven't heard a lot of people that switched over. But I imagine if it's that much, it's not worth it. It's $20. Okay, yeah, even $20. I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure if I still would pay that, but I mean, if that's what you're paying for with StreamYard, so it makes sense that you would switch over, and you do a lot more live streams than I do, so so it's worth it for sure to pay the extra and get the best quality possible, just to look more professional and so people can see everything very clearly. So it makes perfect sense, Corey, to go pay $20. Stream 4K live. They can't do 4K live, really. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, 1080p is good though. But I just do 4K in my videos, and like I have a 4K Sony camera, and so when I saw that sharpness change, I thought, oh, what's this do? And then the sharpness, I put it up to like 90%, and like, wow, it looks a lot better. You can like I want people to be able to see the movies that I have behind me, because that's why I sit in front of the movies. 4K is only for recording. Yeah, yeah. I used to use Zoom. Yeah, I used to use the Zoom setting, and I would just I would record the videos and then broadcast them onto, later on I would broadcast them onto YouTube. So they weren't live; they were recorded live, but they and like we didn't have anybody. Uh, a few times I've had. If you look in my later year, like 2 or 3 years ago, you'll see where used to do live streams with friends, and I would always just edit. I could edit the video a little bit, kind of cut some stuff out of it, and put it out on YouTube. And chill stream, yeah. Yeah, it's it's always good to have a topic like a top 5, top 10. If you have if you have somebody on with you, do just to come up with a topic, something fun, something like relatable, something that a lot of people will like. Always helps. Like Corey and I did one where we did a Batman stream. I picked Batman because like everybody knows Batman. Like Batman's an iconic character that everyone knows. Like even people that do like art house movies now, they know Batman. It's very relatable. Everybody knows it. So yeah, it's usually like a top 5, top 10, or talk about your favorite movies in a topic. Always helps. Star Wars. It's hard to beat that. 1080p, yeah, 1080. 1080s looks fine. It doesn't really have to be 4K for live streams, but yeah, pre-recorded video. Yeah, for sure. But like I said, if you were doing live streams every week, totally makes sense to pay $20 and do that. So I don't go live enough to really do that, but I could always go live more often. But I just you have to come up with a topic, and I like doing just original videos quite often. But going live and talking to my friends on YouTube was always fun to do. Video for the year, yeah. Yeah, just something fun. Like I said, just something relatable, because you know you want to have as many people tune in as they can, and it always helps to have something that's very relatable, not just something that that you're going to like only, or maybe a small number of people really love, and it's hard to get something relatable like that. Yeah, that's true. It's like, and then if you like the Disney Star Wars, which is different, Disney doesn't. That's the one problem I have with Disney. They don't. Continuity is not really seems to be that important to them. It's like they're doing something original, obviously, but you would think that they would want to kind of keep what George Lucas did. Kind of keep the continuity. Just that's some of the stuff I've seen with the Disney Plus, some of the TV shows and stuff they've had. Like they're like rewriting things that don't make a lot of sense. They might be kind of fun to watch, but it's like if you know the original trilogy and know what George Lucas was doing, you should probably keep the continuity going. Even though Disney owns Lucasfilm, they should do kind of keep it together. Because of the long. They should try to make something that everybody will like. The new fans and longtime fans should be able to watch it and not question the continuity that they pick up. But they don't seem to care though. They don't. it used to when George Lucas first sold his company, we always thought that he was being that they would go to George Lucas and ask him what he thinks about the ideas and is it continuity. I know with the some of the cartoons, I know some of those the writers like John Favreau and Dave Filoni. I know that they talk to George Lucas and they care what he thinks because he created Star Wars. Like it's like it matters what he thinks, and if he doesn't like something, he should be consulted and say, that's not really going to work because it doesn't really fit this character. It doesn't fit, doesn't fit what happened in the past. Streams, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always good to have just some kind of topic, just yeah, just something that's relatable that you can kind of, even if, like when I do these live streams and digital codes, I'm just giving the codes away, but it's nice to talk to people and have you can kind of riff a little bit and kind of improv a little bit, but you want to kind of have some ideas of some relatable stuff that you can talk to people about, just in case. Like I'm just giving the codes away, but I've had some of these live streams where nobody showed up, or and like I said, I don't really announce them, and a lot of times I would do them really late. So it's just really just to give the codes away. It wasn't about necessarily having people to chat with, but I wasn't against having that, but that wasn't really the reason I was doing it. So it's nice to have some people actually show up. Yeah, Star Wars, bro. That's right. Yeah, don't follow canon. The longtime fans won't care. Like they're not watching Disney Plus anyway. I guess. Like I don't even have Disney Plus right now. I want to pick it up again, but I've been watching Netflix. I dropped the Netflix and picked it up again. Kind of go back and forth with Disney and Netflix, and like whenever because I used to keep both of them and never watch them, or hardly ever watch them, and I would pay for that every month. So with Netflix, I actually went to the $7 option, the one that has the ads, and I've watched like some movies on there, and they didn't have any ads at all. So it's like it's kind of worth it. Like if you don't mind a little break here or there, a commercial break, it's kind of worth paying the $7 option. Like depending on how much you watch Netflix, there's some good stuff on Netflix, obviously, and I've got to catch up with some other stuff I haven't watched yet. I watched that movie Carry On. I don't know if you've seen that with Jason Bateman, the guy from Kingsman, um, the Kingsman movies, um, and I thought it was okay. It was fine to watch that on Netflix. I don't know if I'd want to watch it in a theater necessarily, but I thought it was a decent movie. It's like some people said it looks too much like a Die Hard kind of ripoff kind of thing. You could say that it has a yeah Taron Egerton. Yeah, that's he's in it. I thought it was okay. It has the guy that Theo Rossi, the guy that played. I think he played Shades, and was it Luke Cage. I think he was it Luke Cage. He was in it. He looks funny. He's got this mustache and everything. It's if you know the Shades character, was it? It might have been Jessica Jones, maybe. Let's see what. So I can't remember this stuff. Like I remember piece stuff together. Some of those the Netflix Marvel shows and stuff. I think he was Jessica Jones. I think. I'm checking here on. Got my phone here. Luke Cage. Yeah, he plays Shades. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Luke Cage for 2016 to 2018. I liked a lot of those stuff. I like Daredevil a lot, and Punisher. I like those shows. Luke Cage is okay. Jessica Jones is okay. The one was the one that wasn't so great, but the Iron Fist or whatever it was called, Iron Fist. Not it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't nearly as good as those other shows. And I supposedly Daredevil's coming back in for too long here. I think he's supposed to be in one of those Spider-Man movies, like Spider-Man 4, and it's supposed to be much darker. He was great in No Way Home when you saw that actor played, bring Daredevil. Just a spoiler, just to see that, to see that character. It's like Disney thinks that they can't bring the TV actors on into the movie world, which is crazy, and like the fans love that when No Way Home. Just that stuff was definitely fan service, but it was great. Sons of Okay, he was in Sons of Okay, I've seen some of those. I don't know if I've ever seen a whole episode of that, but I know that Sons of Anarchy is really popular. Iron Fist, Iron Fist sucked. Kind of sucked. It did kind of suck in some ways, even though there's some stuff. The actor that played Iron Fist wasn't that bad. He was in Game of Thrones, like the first or second season of Game of Thrones. I thought he was okay. He's a British actor, but he was playing an American in the movie. I love the woman was also from Game of Thrones. I think she was on Game of Thrones later. I have to look it up. I look up all this stuff on my phone here because I can't remember where any of this stuff goes. Iron Fist. She's an Asian, I think Asian American actress. Jess, yeah, Jessica Henwick. Yeah, she's from England. Yeah, she's 32. I saw her in something else recently too. I really she was one of my favorite characters on that show on Iron Fist. Um, she did like kung fu and stuff. What else did I see her in recently? She was in Cuckoo, that horror movie that was out this in 2024. She was in that movie, and I thought she was great in that. She was in Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Well, she was good in that. Uh, Unfortunately, she was in the Matrix Resurrections. I don't know if anybody saw that Matrix movie, but that was definitely a cash grab kind of movie, probably to keep the rights to the Matrix franchise. I'd say I just could not get into that movie. Yeah, casting mistakes. Yeah, like I said, I thought the actor was okay. The writing was not good on that show at all. On Iron Fist, had some decent action, but the storylines weren't great. I did like the Defenders. Have you ever saw the Defenders where they brought Daredevil and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, brought them all together. Yeah, Charlie Cox is the guy that plays Daredevil. He's great. I mean that show was such a game changer on Netflix when they brought Daredevil in. So it was so dark. It's part of that the Netflix formula where they would show all 10. They give you all 10 episodes where you can kind of binge watch binge watch the whole series like in the one weekend. And like I don't know what anybody thinks about binging a show like that, but y'all often kind of forget everything. It's like all the episodes kind of blend together when you binge like the whole season and like one weekend. Like I dare you to remember a lot of stuff. It all kind of bleeds together quite a bit. Story, yeah, I like that story. That's where Iron Fist was best in that, where he's kind of a supporting character, and bring him in with those other characters, I thought really worked. So I wouldn't mind seeing that actor come back and play Iron Fist again in like an ensemble kind of show. But Jessica Jones, yeah. If you saw Sonic 3, that actress Kristen Ritter, Christine Kristen Ritter, she was on that in that movie. Like I hadn't seen her in a while, but I thought she was good on that show. Yeah, season one. You're right. Season one of Jessica Jones was really good, and then after that, it was a mess. The one season, the first season was the best one. 2 seasons of Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil kind of lost some of its magic a little bit, and Punisher too. Um, yeah, yeah, I agree, but I do like Charlie Cox a lot playing that character. I was glad, like I said, No Way Home. I was glad that he was in. Spoiler there, but he was a little cameo in that movie. I remember the crowd really went crazy when they saw Charlie Cox in that movie. Like, wow, it was so brief, but he does that thing where obviously he did this little catch in the movie that like everybody just loved. Like, how do you do that? And because it's got this sensitivity. Yeah, Wild at Heart tonight. Same. Yeah, I've got that on Blu-ray. Like, that's one of the ones I don't think Criterion will ever have. There's 3 movies that they don't have from David Lynch in the Criterion Collection. Obviously, Dune. They're never going to bring Dune to Criterion, and they have Inland Empire. It was the last thing that came there, but most of his other stuff's on in Criterion. Just in season 3, yeah, yeah, right. I mean, you can thank Disney for that anyway, but yeah, a lot of fans are already kind of done with Daredevil at that point. But now he's coming back, and it's supposed to be much darker now. So, and that show was pretty dark. I liked the guy that Vincent Garofalo, whatever his name is. Um, I liked his character. I think they brought him back for something, but yeah, Christian Ritter, yeah. So I'm going with Daredevil here. Based on Daredevil. Yeah, I mean, the show was pretty dark at the time when Netflix they took advantage of Marvel at the time. Marvel was kind of becoming popular with Iron Man and everything. It was a good time to pick up that show, but obviously better than Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Hey Sarah, how you doing? Yeah, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on tonight, but I gave some codes away earlier. I don't know if I've heard back from Tomas yet, so he probably didn't see the live. We wouldn't get that. I send a message to him. Yeah, so I'm doing this live, so but I already gave one code away to Vince as he was watching. Yeah, keep man. Okay, I'll give Tomas a message here. I can find him. Look at it right now. There's Tomas right there. I'll send him a message. Yeah, Tomas Anderson won Hannibal Rising in digital code. There we go. Send him a message right now. Cool. One Hannibal Rising. Just to let him know. But like I said, a lot of times he'll take several hours before he gets back to me. I don't know if there's a time change issue there, or sometimes like a lot of people go out on Saturday nights. And I know he's one before messaged me on Instagram. Get your code. Yeah, Tomas says, yeah, Hannibal Rising. This is what he put earlier this week. Hannibal Rising is not a great film, but Nightmare on Elm Street is the best. But he said he still signed up for both, so can't turn it down. So he won. So Hannibal Rising. Yeah, it's a yeah, digital code. Yeah, you collect the actual movies. So that's like me. No need to have a code if you're actually getting any movies. I'd rather have the movie myself. But definitely, if some people have an inventory, but have a library of digital codes. So who knows? People have wondered about digital codes. If they always say, well, there's always a chance that those codes could get wiped out. I think ultraviolet, I think, was one um, that I think they ended up going under, but I think the library was taken over by um, another digital library, and so nobody ever lost their codes. But that's always been the fear that that the codes could go away at some point. But it's never happened though. It's always been that threat, but it's never been a problem. So those codes should be okay, and for the foreseeable future, you should be able to watch those movies at any time you want. So yeah, so I got on just a little bit after 9, so I've been on for 50 minutes now. Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm gonna sign off for tonight. But thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Like I said, Tomas Anderson won Hannibal Rising, and Vince, the movie man, won A Nightmare on Elm Street, the digital code. So, and Vince has already got in his code, so he might be watching it right now. So possibly, or at least has it in his library. You can watch it anytime you want. So, but thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Like I said, by the end of this month, like I said, I'm going to do I've got 2 other digital codes I'm going to do sometime by the end of the month. But you'll see a video. I'll do a video announcing those and some other pickups that I've gotten for Christmas recently. Some of the gift cards I got, I bought some movies and stuff, and so I'll just do a video, like a haul video, kind of showing what I have, and then shortly after that, I'll do another video, a digital code giveaway video, and then I give those codes away. But yeah, Steve, thanks so much. Yeah, definitely thank you for watching tonight. It always makes these more fun if you have more people watching and be able to interact with people. Oh, there's Vince. Vince is still here, so yeah. So yeah, watch it at your leisure. But yeah, definitely, it's fun to get free stuff and see your name pop up on YouTube live. So, but thanks everybody. I'm gonna sign off for tonight. And like I said, I'll be doing this again before the end of the month, maybe around the I don't know exactly when. It would be like a Saturday, like maybe the last Saturday of the month. I don't know exactly what day that would be, but I'll do a video, give everybody a chance to sign up. And like I said, I think 54, 55 people was like the most I've ever had sign up for a movie, maybe 60. And I think the wheel I think you can do up to like 100 people. I think is like the maximum. So it's going to be a pretty big one. Those will be 2 current movies. So, but thanks everybody. Please put a thumbs up on this video. Definitely helps. Like I always say in my videos, please put a thumbs up on it. Always helps my channel out. But thanks everybody. Everybody have a great Saturday night. Hopefully you can deal with the snow like I am tomorrow, and hopefully it's not as bad as what we fear it will be. But you never know with Mother Nature. But it's been a little while since I've shoveled some snow. Sometime early last year in 2024. But I'm gonna hit the end stream, and everybody have a great night, and